Hi, I'm John Garfield. We're here to talk about three today. Carol Arnold is the longtime friend that invited me to try it out, so I did. And Amy Lafitte is her friend, the person that knows what she's talking about. So we're all here to sort of collaborate on, what is three all about. And I'm going to actually put this video with a blog we did on, network marketing. And so part of my vision, I've traditionally been coaching business people, CEOs, with the theory of, we did individuals for a while, but the theory was we were going to help people with hundreds of employees, put a kingdom culture inside their business. And we did that. And at the moment, I started out charging $1,000, and it takes about 6 weeks, hour and a half a week, something like that. So I did that, and the marketing was kind of tough. I did get one person to subscribe, and I told him we'll do it for free if he could just, if he wants to, he could share some referrals after we're done if he's happy. So we did that, and two of those people both one had 550 employees, and the other one had 375, and I didn't charge either one of them. But at the end, they both wrote me a check for $5,000. And what I noticed was that everybody can use help with their kingdom purpose. And I was just focused on businesses by intention because I wanted to leverage what like a CEO or a company president can do with his staff. Well, the same opportunity exists in network marketing. And so that's part of my vision. Part of why I'm interested is we have an opportunity to help people be successful in business, not just CEOs, but help people start a credible business and help them with the reason why it works. So we were just talking about before we pushed record, this dynamic of there's a certain irony in that if we focus on money and try as hard as we can, it doesn't work as good as if we have a real purpose and sort of allow Father to help us. So that's the dynamic we want to, couple in this whole process. So thank you, Carol, for inviting me. And Amy, I'm going to turn it over to you and let you explain what the product is and how this whole business works.
Thank you so much, John. Yeah, I always love getting to hear you share about kingdom mindedness and how we can bring that into every aspect of our life. And I think it's really powerful and really important. And I think sometimes it gets overlooked. And so having that gentle nudge and reminder, I think is really, really important. Well, my name is Amy Lafitte. I currently reside in Dallas, Texas. Just to tell you a little bit about me, my background and everything, I at 16 years old, got diagnosed with multiple autoimmune issues. And my mom was trying to help me get well. And we went to all these different doctors. But at the time, Western medicine, this was the mid 90s, didn't really know what to do with autoimmune issues. They didn't really have any answers. And one doctor even said, well, when you keep complaining about stuff, but we run all your labs and we can't find anything wrong with you, we just give you that diagnosis as chronic fatigue. Almost like you're crazy. We don't know what to do with you. And so after going through that and not really getting answers and really missing a lot of school, at one point my parents got the Ferris Bueller phone call, if you know what I'm talking about. They thought I was skipping school. They thought I was being truant. And it was just because I was that sick. And so my parents were worried. It was my senior year. Were worried I could even go to college, because if I couldn't make it to high school, how was I going to make it to college? And so they were able to find, through some natural health practitioners, some support for me. And I was able to get well and I was able to go to college, which was awesome. But if you've ever been through anything like that, where it's been a challenge in your life and you had to advocate for yourself and you had to do research, it makes your passion level go up quite a bit. And so it became my passion to study health. And I was pre-med in college. And I was working full-time, going to school full-time while I was taking college classes. I was taking this weed out pre-med class called organic chemistry, if you've ever heard of it. And it was giving me ulcers. And so I remember sort of praying to God, like, I feel like this is a selfish prayer, but if I could be able to find something where I could work part-time hours, where I could set my own schedule, where I could make more money per hour, like that would be amazing. And looked out in the world And I really couldn't find anything like that. And so I'd kind of just resolved myself that I was stuck where I was to continue my crazy schedule. And about a month later, I ended up at a home party, and there was a lady there talking about how she was working part-time hours from her home and making six figures. And I remember thinking like, wow, this is really amazing. I was very intrigued by her. And then I remember thinking for myself, I would love to do that. But I'll never be as good as her. But like, what if I could work part-time hours and make 25,000 a year? That was what I made at the time. And so that kind of got me excited. And then fear immediately set in. I was like, I probably won't be that good. And so eventually I convinced myself that maybe I could do this on the side and just make enough money where I could go part-time at my job. That was my big, big plan, my little mustard seed of faith there. And so that was kind of how I got into this industry, started there. And not only was I able to do that within a couple of months, go part-time at my job, but eventually was able to walk away. And when I graduated and looked at going to medical school, I prayed very hard and I felt like God was calling me to this industry. So I've been in it for the last 20 years, and it's been just amazing to be able to keep my life, God, family, career, to be able to really support my family, to be able to work from home and really pursue all the things that have been important to me and my family. So that's just a little bit about me, but I'm excited to share about Three. So let me share my screen and we'll get into it. So this is Three. If you are into plant-based nutrition, if you like natural products, if you are sick and tired of getting a prescription and then having to get another prescription to mask the side effects of the first prescription, this may be right up your alley. This is Dr. Dan Gubler. You'll see here him in some of our next slides, but he is our chemical formulator. He has a degree in organic chemistry, focuses on absorption technologies, and actually does like to hug trees. So this is Three. Let me go to the next page. Oh, how pretty, fancy. Love that. I forgot to take a couple of my slides out. So we are based in Utah, Lehi, Utah, and we are in the Pattern Building. So if you live in Utah, this is actually a famous building. We started in 2023. So if you're saying to John, I have never heard of Three, what is Three? Part of that is because it's a newer company. You're getting to see this in the first year. We've been open for about 17 months, which is awesome. We are currently in 14 different countries. And so as we've been working and building globally, we have additional offices also in Hong Kong and in Indonesia. One of the things that I love about Three and being partnered with this company is our AAA plus rating. They looked at over 823 different companies and only 34 met the criteria where they could earn this rating. We were also the only one out of the 34 that had been founded less than a year before. So really getting to work with great people, people of integrity, people that I know, like, and trust, I think is super important. And Daniel Piku fits that bill very well. He's been in the industry for over 20 years, works a lot in like the digital service space. And we actually, our company is called a global e-commerce company. And I'll talk more about that in a little bit, but kind of a different model, different structure. I love this man though. He grew up in the foster system and came from nothing and has just built his whole livelihood and who he is through personal development, hard work, and really a care and love for people. I talked briefly about Dr. Dan Gubler. If you're into science and you know that kind of thing, you're going to be able to see his background, and he's got so many amazing things on the science side. If you're not so sciencey, then kind of on the social media side, I love this man because he takes things that are highly complex. Organic chemistry is very hard and makes it simplistic. So he has over 148,000 people that follow him on TikTok. He's 151 on Instagram. People love listening to him. He has all sorts of fun things. Like if you could only eat one health food for the rest of your life, what would be a really good one that you could do? So he's really fun. You can definitely go check him out on online. He also has a great podcast, but he's the one who formulates our supplements. And like I mentioned, he's very into plants. I'll talk a little bit later about our plant institute that we've actually created so we can study plant molecules. He actually in this last year found a brand new plant molecule. You can actually take chemical molecules and put them into these certain like databases, I guess, And he put this new plant molecule into the database and it came back not found, which means that he actually found a new plant molecule that nobody on earth had ever discovered. In fact, it's in one of our new products. So that is something very cool. We're doing a lot of really innovative things. And part of the reason we are is because of him. So love that. We're also partnered with but the amazing Kim Fui. She has been in this industry for over 30 years and came over to America as an immigrant and was able to was working in corporate America and ended up being a VP of a company and got laid off and found this industry and just fell in love with it. The ability to support people, help people, unlock human potential. That is something that's really, really important to her. In her 30-year career, she's made over $100 million. And I don't care what industry you're in, that's impressive. But the thing I care about the most with her is that it's not about money for her. She really believes in developing, supporting people. And the fact that she's choosing to still build her business in her 60s shows you that she's all about discipleship and mentorship. And so we have her at the helm and we also get to have her mentor us. So, having somebody who knows what to do to be successful and have a proven track record and a turnkey system of knowing what to do, I think is really, really important. They always say that the people you partner with will decide, how successful you are in life. And so being able to be with someone who's walked ahead of you is definitely helpful. This is our scientific advisory board. These are all doctors all over the country that have chosen to partner with 3. We actually don't pay our advisory board, which most companies do. So at that point, it's hard to tell if their opinions they're giving are truly of their own or if they are because there's a paycheck attached to it. So I love that we don't pay our scientific advisory board, and these group of people have all sorts of different backgrounds. Dr. Lana, I can't see her last name there, but on the upper right-hand side, she actually works in the medical school for UCLA. We have doctors from Johns Hopkins. Some of the highest institutes that you're looking for in the scientific world and in the medical world are working with our partners. Dr. Timothy Schneider was the very first person to do LASIK in his state. So lots of great innovators, but they're all about 3. Most of them have them integrated into their practice. We have a lot of doctors as you start to see our line, which I'll show you here in a minute. Because it's a proactive wellness line and covers all elements of the body. A lot of doctors are excited to be able to put these in their practice. So we have over 1,000 physicians who have already partnered with us in this company because of what we're doing. It's very innovative. Our approach to wellness is a little bit different than the American approach in the healthcare system. Normally you wait until something is wrong and then you go to your doctor and then they will prescribe something for you. So that's a reactive wellness model. And if you have ever heard that an ounce of prevention is worth a pound of cure, well, that's kind of where we live here. And so we're about proactive wellness. We not only want you to be able to live for a long time, but live well for a long time. Somebody actually had this quote that I love. It says, "I want to die young at the latest date as possible." And I love that idea. Nobody wants to live for a really long time because they got sick. And so us being able just to prevent that, also we have control over our genetics. We have control over the length of our telomeres. And so you have the ability to decide your cell age, your actual biological age, which can be different than your chronological age. And so we're doing a lot of that kind of proactive wellness with whole food-based plants within our diet and our lifestyle and environmental. We look at all these factors in supporting people. So as we're creating our products, these are the 3 pillars that we use in deciding how we're putting things together. The first is exploration. I kind of already talked about that a little bit, where we're actually on the hunt for new plant molecules. We don't just want to create Me Too products. We don't just want to create, ingredients that have already existed that are just maybe a new, curated version of it. So we're paying attention to new things that we can bring into this industry. We're also looking at how are we putting these things together? If you know anything about chemistry, it's not just taking great ingredients and putting them in a batch and taking that batch. It's what are those ingredients doing together collectively, because they create new things as they're all together. So the curation process is super important. And the thing that really sets 3 apart, people ask me all the time, Amy, what's the difference between 3 and every other company? I say absorption technologies. We use 12 different absorption technologies. And on the next slide, I'll let you hear from Dr. Dan Gubler directly on these absorption technologies and why they make such a big difference.
And so we need a suite of different strategies, and no other company is using so many different cellular absorption technologies. They have one. They usually have 0. 98% of them have 0. 2% of them have 1. We have 11. And that's why our products are powerful. And for those of you who take our products and felt the difference, that's why. They're actually getting into the cell.
Yeah, so we focus a lot on absorption. It's one of the most important pieces, because it's one thing to swallow a pill, but what happens after that, after you swallow it? If it just goes straight through you, it didn't really help you a whole lot. If your absorption is 10%, which is very typical, again, you may or may not feel a difference. I know I've taken products before where I couldn't tell a difference on the days I took it versus the days I didn't. So being able to feel a difference is something that's really powerful. We now actually have 12 different absorption technologies, because with our new Visage product, we created a new way for that to be absorbed as well. Okay. We also have third-party clinical studies. A lot of companies actually don't want to do third-party clinical studies because whatever the outcome is, it gets published. So some companies are a little scared to tell you if it's actually going to work or not. But Dr. Dan Gubler already knew these products are great. They absorb well. We're not worried about the outcome. And so we're constantly doing third-party studies. The other reason companies don't do it is because it's expensive. And so you're cutting in their bottom line. And this company is more about integrity and having great products and things that we can stand on versus, making the most amount of money. So we have a cellular absorption study where you can actually see how high our products are absorbed. I'll talk about that more, especially when we talk about our turmeric product. But your average, if you can see there on the bottom left, your average product, you've got like 10% absorption. So we're looking at as high as 95% absorption, things that are like absorbing 30 times as much as sometimes like average turmerics and things like that. We also have an epigenetic study. There's a few slides that are later on that I'll show you those. But that's the study of turning genes on and off. And we've actually studied what products are turning certain genes on and off, what are supporting us from blood sugar to brain health to all sorts of things. And then because turmeric is amazing, but does not absorb well, we also did a third-party study on how our turmeric product absorbs in the body. So very cool. All 7 of our products are also listed in the PDR. When I say this to typical physicians, their mouth drops open because it's very common. In fact, like if you're a pharmaceutical, you're in the PDR. But if you're a natural product, if you're a supplement, you're probably not in the PDR. Part of that is because there's about 7 different hoops that you have to jump through for the PDR to accept you. So it's not just for any old company that's putting things together. There's actually in the supplement space, there's something called white labeling. And white labeling is where you're a company and you can go to a manufacturer and say, hey, we'd like to create a fat burner, or we'd like to have a fat burner. What do you have? And they have like 5 different fat burners. And they're like, these are our options. And you pick one and then they'll slap your label on it and say, this is your, your individual formula. So we don't do that here. We create all of our products in-house by us. And that's actually one of the things that's required to be in the PDR. That's just one of them out of the 7 options. So, so even if you have wanted to run this by your doctor, all you have to do is say, go to the PDR, type in THREE, and they'll be able to find all 7 of our products, what they do, the ingredients, all of that stuff. So very helpful for them. They love it. This is our Medicinal Plant Institute. We have it in Thailand because this particular area of the world has not seen pesticides. It's the perfect latitude, longitude, perfect elevation level to have the best soil, the most fertile soil, so that you can study these plant compounds without any sort of interactions. So this again is something that 3 is doing that no other company really does. Again, it's not a moneymaker, but it's something that we're doing because we want to be innovative. We actually believe in making a difference in this space. So many people are looking for proactive wellness. They're looking for natural products. And so what if we came in and became a headliner in this movement? So that's something that we're doing here with this. This is our Visage. So now we're getting into our product line. There's only 7 products, so this is very, very easy. Visage is our brand new one that just launched, and it is a brand new product category. It is called a neuro cosmetic. And if you're like, what is that, Amy? I know. Well, you know what a cosmetic is. It goes on your skin, right? And it's going to make your skin look really good, great for anti-aging, all of that stuff. Neuro, brain, right? So there's actually inside your body, you've probably heard of the gut brain connection. There's also a skin brain connection. And so when you put this on your face, you're going to have all of the great things that typically happen with anti-aging. So it softens. I've had friends that have softened lines, less sunspots or, any sort of like pigmentation. You have more even skin tone, firmer skin, help with acne, things along those lines. But while you're putting it on, it actually works with the nerves and goes to your brain, and it naturally increases serotonin levels. So if you have any sort of depression that occasionally shows up, it's going to help with that. It increases dopamine levels. So if you have ADHD, like I do, people with ADHD have low levels of dopamine. So people are noticing they have better focus. They're noticing they have better energy. I think the better energy is because it increases NAD+, which is something you can get in IVs that helps with energy levels. Also increases DHEA, which is something that as you age, you start to have less of. It's one of the things they look at along with hormones in making you just feel great and keeping muscle tone and things like that. So all of those are there. Again, you've got clinical studies on those. So we're not just claiming, but have great before and after photos. John can even send you, if you're curious, like some before and after photos of what has happened with with that particular product. This is a quick video on a little bit more about it.
Your skin is not just your largest organ, but also key to your well-being. Science reveals a special link between your skin and brain. Your skin's tiny nerve fibers send signals to your brain that support the health of the feel-good molecules that promote a positive mood state. This positive state creates a better environment where healthy skin functions can be supported, resulting in a more radiant and resilient complexion. Introducing Visage Super Serum by 3, the first neurocosmetic designed to promote the health of the skin-brain connection. Packed with natural plant molecules and nerve-supporting ingredients that help you look and feel amazing. Look good, feel good with Visage Super Serum by 3.
Cool. So again, some of the benefits, you can get all this information from John. So just ask him for that. There's some before and afters, but I'm going to skip these. But lots of great before and afters. All right, so I want to talk about vitality or vitalite, if you want to say it with a French accent, okay? This is our flagship product. It's our #1 bestseller. And here's why. If you take supplements, it's going to cover 7 different supplement categories. So it's going to help with all of your daily vitamins. It's going to help with your minerals. You've got pre and probiotics. So if you're looking for gut health, you've got that. Even digestive enzymes, which make a huge difference in digestion and gut health. Also amino acids, lots of superfoods, crazy amounts of superfoods in this. So you don't have to take like a green drink or something like that. You'll get your spirulina and your spinach and your berries and everything all in here. And then it also has omegas for your brain and heart. I have so many friends that love this because they come in the little packets. So you can throw them in your purse. You can pack them in a suitcase. You can put them in your pocket and go to work, and you've got everything that you need right there. So very, very easy, because a lot of health issues start from having a lack of a vitamin or mineral. In fact, they say, I think 93% of different diseases start because of a mineral or vitamin deficiency. So because of that, when people get on this, the amount of testimonies that are all over the place happens here. So everything from, hair growing back if they lost some during COVID, to skin looking better. Energy is one of the top things that people normally notice within the first couple of days. It's not like a crazy, caffeine type energy, but just a very natural energy that lasts with you all day long. I've had people lose 20 pounds on this because they stopped snacking as much because they were getting all the vitamins and minerals they needed. And so then their body wasn't making them eat as much food, trying to get those nutrients. People have talked about their back hurting less, less depression. So all sorts of different kinds of things. Of course, I can't promise, that we're going to heal or, mitigate any particular things. You know how that is with natural products, but those are just some testimonies that I've heard with this. So absolutely love this one. It's amazing. Definitely a good option. Then we have Revive. One of my friends started calling these like little footballs, and I can't get it out of my head. They kind of do look like little footballs, and they're great because they're going to help you with pain and inflammation. So if you did play football and now you're a little bit older, you probably do have some pain and inflammation, all right? So what's really great with this is a lot of us have heard of the benefits of turmeric, and turmeric is so amazing with what it does inside of the body. The problem that you have with turmeric though is absorption is low. So it doesn't matter what turmeric product you're looking at, unless it uses some advanced absorption technologies, your typical absorption is 2%. So just imagine you bought $100 worth of turmeric and ingested it in your body in some way, shape, and form. Guess how much your body actually will absorb? $2 worth of the 100. Doesn't sound like a very good deal to me. All right. So the best way to get that absorption is we are using liposomal technology. We actually use something else called micelles. It allows the turmeric to actually go and inject directly into the cell. So we now have the absorption with one of these. If you take like one dose of this, it's the equivalent of doing 30 capsules of turmeric. So really, really effective. People see results really quick. If you've ever been like, I've tried turmeric, but I just didn't notice that much of a difference, it was just because of absorption. So get this in your body, you'll notice a huge difference. Who is this for? Any sort of inflammation in your body. I mean, we can go everything from like migraines, headaches, obviously joint pain, arthritis, back pain, knees, shoulders, all of that kind of stuff. Then you have a lot of inflammation inside of the gut. That's where you'll notice heartburn, IBS, Crohn's, any sort of like gut issues. This is a huge, huge help. Even if you have like once a month, for women that have menstrual things, they can have pain with that. This helps as well. So this is just an amazing product. People also will take this. I have professional athletes that take this to help recover faster. They can actually work out more, they can work out harder, and they're not as stiff. It helps break up all of the inflammatory markers inside of their body. So great, amazing product. Then we have Eternal. This is definitely a favorite in our house. You rip this open and drink it, and it's so good. It's a berry blend flavor. I like that we have really high compliance because it's fantastic. I actually keep it in the side door of my fridge. So every time I open up my fridge because I think I want a snack, I'm like, oh yeah, Eternal, I'll have that instead. So me and my husband will take this. This is going to help with lots of different things. So first off, you can see the 200 milligrams of resveratrol. That's amazing. A lot of people drink red wine for resveratrol. Just to kind of give you an idea, a glass of red wine has 2 milligrams of resveratrol. This has 200. So it'd be like drinking 100 glasses of wine, except no hangover. So much, much better. Great for heart health if you have issues with that. CoQ10 is in here, also great for heart health and your cardiovascular system. We also have collagen in here. So all of the wonderful benefits from looking great to also joint health and things along those lines you're going to have with this. And one of my favorite things that's in here is glutathione. So glutathione you can get in shots and IVs. A lot of people in Hollywood will get glutathione shots. They'll spend a couple $1,000 a month doing things like that because it helps with anti-aging. In fact, my first month in of using these products, people started coming up to me and they were like, your skin is glowing. What are you doing? And at the time I didn't really know everything about the products. And so I was like, I don't know. And they're just trying to, did you change your skincare? I'm like, no. They're like, did you get work done? I'm like, no. And then I said, well, I'm using these products, but I don't know, like I just started on them. Well, later on I found out it's the glutathione glow. So it's actually a thing. It does make you look younger and great. It also is really important for lots of other things. So glutathione affects stress, how well you handle stress. It affects your energy levels. It also affects sleep. So who would think you would take one thing and it's going to help energy and sleep at the same time, but it does. It helps a lot of different brain issues. So I love taking it for my ADHD. If you have any sort of mental illness that runs in your family, it's really good for that. It's great for addiction. All sorts of amazing things that are happening. They also found a link between low levels of glutathione levels and people that got hospitalized during COVID. That was the link. So if you can keep your glutathione levels up, you're going to have great help with your immune system. So lots of cool stuff with this. Also 10 different antioxidants in the form of superfruits. So it's going to be antioxidant, that's anti-aging. It also is fighting free radicals. So all sorts of important things in the body. Then we have straight up collagen. So you can just take collagen. We have Eternal with collagen, but this is got even some other added benefits. So of course you're thinking hair, skin, and nails, and yes, all of that, but also our joints are made up of collagen, all of our ligaments, all of our tendons inside of our body, the gut lining. So if you have any sort of leaky gut issues or things like that, your body builds itself back up together with collagen. If you ever break a bone, if you ever get a deep scrape, and your body has to knit itself back together, its number one building block protein choice is collagen. So you're getting all of that here. Our collagen is really unique. You do 10 days on and 20 days off. So you actually don't have to take it every single day. You just do a 10-day cycle, and it actually also teaches your body to produce higher levels of collagen when you're not taking it. So it's really powerful. We also have biotin in here, keratin in here, so all sorts of other things, vitamin C and pomegranate that are going to support other functions with the collagen. So it's like a collagen on steroids. Then we have immune. And I love this because I think a lot of people, if you're anything like me, when you get sick, you pull out this certain box of supplements that you take. You're like, okay, I'm starting to get sick. Let's take all the things to boost my immune system, right? So what's nice is a lot of those things in that box are right in here. So you just take immune now and make your life a whole lot easier. You don't have to take 7 things. So you've got like your vitamin C, you've got vitamin D, you have zinc, you have elderberry, you have a liposomal quercetin in here. You have, what is it? Like these really great medicinal mushrooms that boost your immune system. Nanotechnology silver. So if you've ever taken colloidal silver, all of that's in here. I don't know if I said liposomal chloroquine, but that's like the hydrochloroquine, but it's the natural version. So all of that is in here. So anytime I start to get sick, I can take a couple of these and I literally won't get sick. It's amazing. Also, if you have a hyperactive immune system, a lot of times in that case, you're scared to boost your immune system. That's if you have autoimmune issues. That's if you have allergies. In that case, what this actually does is it regulates your immune system down. So it's an immune modulator. If it's too high or too low means you're getting sick all the time, it's going to bring it into balance. So everything is about homeostasis in the body. And all we're doing here with 3 is helping your body get back into homeostasis. If it's in homeostasis, you're going to be healthy. Everything is going to be working. Our bodies naturally know how to heal themselves, but sometimes it just needs the right ingredients, the right support to make these things happen.
Jamie, is there an allergy benefit in?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
So for
How about
immune, so many great testimonies with this. If you get allergies certain times of the year, just take it every single day during that time. I have a ton of friends that just take this all year long. A great example, I had a 3 presentation that we went to in someone's home, and my friend that came with me is allergic to cats, and she didn't know there was a cat there in the house. So she had to go walk out the front. And she said, Amy, I don't know if I can stay. And I was like, I get the whole allergy thing. That makes sense. And I said, well, our immune works really good. I said, why don't you take a couple of these? So she took literally a couple immune, took a phone call out in the front, came back 10 minutes later. And she's like, came in the house. Okay, I can do this. So she was able to stay for like 2 hours, no problem. And so yeah, like really cool. Like it can work really quickly. So that's a great, thank you for bringing that up, John. And then this is our Purify. This is our detox product. And a lot of us in America don't detox, or we've heard of detoxes and they sound really scary because you have to stay by your bathroom or whatever. This one is not like this at all. In fact, it's gentle enough you can take it on a daily basis. It's going to help with detoxing your detox organs. So your liver, your colon, your kidneys, all your digestive ones, you're thinking of those, but also your lungs and skin are very important for detoxing. And, what are we doing to regularly help our body detox? Most of the time, we're not really doing much. And you think of the toxic load that we have out in the world today. We have the same bodies that our ancestors that were cavemen had, but we have a much higher toxic load with microplastics, with pesticides, with the pollution that we have in the air. So us being able to have a way to get that out of our system is very, very important. If you don't, it also creates inflammation, which that's the root of a lot of diseases as well as inflammation that's unregulated in the body. The other thing that I love with this one is it can help with weight loss, it can help with anxiety, it can help with sleep. And for women that struggle to be regular, this is a product that will help them be regular. So like I said, I take this every single day. It's safe to take every day. It's designed for that, and it's going to make a huge difference inside of your body. All of our products contain none of these things. Because unfortunately we live in a world where our supplements are not regulated. And so people love to put in fillers. They love to put in all sorts of different things. Sometimes it's a sprinkle of one of their active ingredients, supposedly. So we aren't doing that here. Everything that is inside of our capsules is active ingredients, along with all the other things we're trying to stay away from. I know for me, I have a gluten allergy, so I can't have any gluten or wheat or anything like that. So, and then we talked a little bit about the epigenetic study. This is a little bit more information on it. I'm not going to go through this now, but if you're very curious, reach out to John and we can even send you this study. This is one of the pages, but it's an 8-page document, so it's really cool. But one of the things, I will point this out just because this is a hot topic right now. A lot of people are talking about GLP-1, and it is an amazing peptide that is found inside of our body. And the reason why I think a lot of us are interested in it is because it helps support healthy blood sugar and insulin levels in the body. A lot of us, I saw a statistic the other day that said 90% of Americans are insulin resistant. And a lot of it's just because of the way our diet is set up, the way that our food supply has been created. And so you can actually naturally increase GLP-1 inside of your body without having to take Ozempic or Mounjaro or any of those other things that you may have heard of, by taking our vitamin. So I told you about my friend that lost 20 pounds taking the vitamin. Well, I think part of it was because it was increasing her GLP-1 by 348%. Also Revive, which is our inflammation product, does that as well. But all these other genes we're studying are everything from energy levels to ATP to what happens in your mitochondria, which has a lot to do with your overall health, and also brain health, because a lot of us are interested in brain health. So you got to see with our 6 products, this is our proactive wellness line. Every single organ inside of the body is covered by these 6 products. Every function of the body is covered by these 6 products. And that's why so many different doctors have wanted to align with this, because this is great. If you wanted to have optimal health for your life, take all 6 products. They're all designed to go together. There we go. All right. So just to share a little bit about 3, the company behind our product, I always love to know, like, if I'm getting products, like, what are they about? What's happening here? And also, if you're someone who's like, I'd love to get on these products, but if I had a way where I could make it even more affordable with my lifestyle, where I could get paid while I do it, then this is definitely the section for you. You'll love this part. So 3 opened in 14 different markets on day 1. And so you have the ability with a global e-commerce platform. The easiest way I can kind of explain it is kind of like Amazon. You know how you can go on Amazon, you order something and it just comes right to your doorstep. Okay. Well, we get to do that being partnered with 3. So everyone has a link. John has a link. Every single time someone orders from his link, he doesn't have to actually make all the products come to your doorstep. They literally just are going to come straight from 3 to you. And it actually doesn't matter if you are in America or if you're anywhere in the world. So it is a global e-commerce platform where one of his friends from the Philippines can order and it will land on their doorstep in the Philippines and he'll get a commission from it. So it's a great way to have like an affiliate business. I love this because as you start building, you have the ability to help people in other markets that don't have the ability we have in the US to make money. We're very spoiled with the amount of business opportunities that we have. You start talking to people in other countries of them being able to find ways to make money. Just to give you an example, I used to be in a pink company that was a cosmetic company. And when they opened in China, one of my friends that was a leader got to sit next to one of their top leaders in China. And she asked the lady, hey, so why did you decide to start your business? And the typical US answer, by the way, is, oh, I wanted to be able to have a little bit of extra money for my family. We want to be able to like go on some vacations. I wanted to be able to pay for my kids' lessons, like something like that, right? So she's expecting this answer. And the lady, who, by the way, had been a physician in China previously, said, well, I don't know if you know about this, but China, when I started, had a 1-child law. And me and my sisters, desperately wanted to be able to have children, more than one. And unfortunately, if we got pregnant past the one, we didn't get to keep it. And I won't go into what that means, but you can guess what that means. And so she said, me and my sisters wanted to have a way where we could have as many children as we want. So she said, I started this business so that we could have big families. And she said, I'm happy to tell you that we have 5 and 6 kids, me, all my sisters. We've never had to make that decision. And she said, just to kind of give you an idea, for us to choose to keep the child, we have to pay the government $15,000. So if that doesn't give you chills for what's possible when you start looking at third world countries or other countries, some of these countries, people don't have the same choices that we have. And us being able to give them an opportunity that they can build a business from their phone. Almost everybody in the world now has a cell phone. They may not all have computers, but everybody has a cell phone and everybody can work from a cell phone. And so we get to build this business overseas. And now we get to support them too because of technology. So we have Zoom, we have WhatsApp, we have all the great ways that we can support everyone. So this is such a powerful thing. And I love being able to share that because it's much bigger than just us. Sometimes people ask me like, okay, well, direct sales, like, is it really a big deal? Like, I don't know. Just to give you an idea how huge this industry is. And Warren Buffett always says, the way you make great income is take a huge industry and take just a sliver of it. Okay. So just to give you an idea how big the direct sales industry is, the NFL, amazing. Love the NFL. I personally love to watch football. They, their revenue with everything combined is 18.7 billion. If I actually took not just the NFL, but the NBA, the NHL, baseball, all the different sports franchises, if I put them all together, if I took the entire music industry and put them in that category, and I took all of Hollywood, all the movie industry, everything associated with them, Netflix, all of it, and put them in a category, the direct sales industry is larger than all of that. So it's larger than the entire entertainment industry that we have. In fact, in 2023, direct sales did $763.8 billion. So it's a great way if you're looking to be able to build an income for your family. It's a great industry. We are right now at the beginning of our phase of growth. Obviously, you're getting to C3 International at the beginning, which is really important. When I partnered with my very first company, it was 45 years old. So I went and told all my friends, hey, I'm so excited. I'm part of this company. And everyone was already like, I've already tried the product. I already have a person. I already, you know, like they already had done it all. So I didn't get to be first to share with them. And timing in business is everything. You know, if we could have been at the beginning of Apple before everyone knew about Apple stock, right? Or Amazon stock. You think of some of these huge giants. Supposedly Costco keeps growing by 17% year over year. So if you're looking for a good one, I don't know, I heard that one, but I'm not going to give you any financial advice on that one. But anyway, so here it's nice because you get to be at the very beginning and partner with a company right from the get-go. So over time, eventually everyone will be talking about 3. I've seen this happen before and it's really funny. It's like you've never heard of a company and overnight everyone on Facebook is talking about some company. Well, that is going to be happening here with 3 International. So you're getting to see this before everyone else, which is really exciting. So how do you make income? If you're looking to be able to have another stream of income, maybe you're just would like when you share this to be able to support your vitamin habit and being able to help with your health and wellness. We get paid 8 different ways. The first is retail commissions. So every single time you share your link, you're going to get paid 25% from that. So I have some people that literally just build on the affiliate side. They'll share in their stories. They share their own testimony on what the products have done for them. There's a lady that is an influencer that's the only way that she built her business. And in her first 30 days, she made over $30,000. So you can totally build that way. That's a very legitimate way. You will, though, if you start sharing this with other people and they start sharing with people, you'll have more income coming in because you can take advantage of these other ways of getting paid. So the second is introductory bonuses. Every single time someone starts with, what do you call it? They have like product packs where it's multiple products. At that point, then you get these introductory bonuses. So if you get 1 or 2 products, then you're looking at like retail commissions. If they come in with multiple products, then these introductory bonuses come in. And so every single time someone gets started with that, you're going to get a bonus immediately. So that is something that's really nice as well. These commission overrides are really cool. So as you start to build your organization, you start with the people you know, you share with the people that you know. like who's working on their health, who needs some support, who's maybe looking for a way to make some extra money. And as they start sharing, then they start sharing with their contacts and their contacts. And so this becomes what I call, if you've ever heard of 6 degrees of separation, or I'll age myself, 6 degrees of Kevin Bacon. That's a very real thing here. So you start with the people you know, but very quickly it starts to grow outside of you, and they're sharing with their networks as well. And the bigger your organization grows, the bigger your commission overrides continue to be. You get paid on those every single week. So that is something that's really exciting. If you've never had passive income, this is where the passive income comes in, where you're not necessarily trading time for money, where you're literally having other people that are also sharing, they're making their own money, but you also get a nice little override for starting that whole process. We also have referral matching bonuses. If you're someone who loves to mentor, you love to disciple, this is a really great way. You're going to actually get paid on everything that happens in your organization. So when someone is successful and they're earning paychecks, they will earn their paycheck, but you can earn an override up to 30% on whatever they're doing. So if you had someone in your organization that made $1,000, you could earn up to $300 on that one paycheck. Doesn't come out of theirs. It's just something that the company does because we're the ones out working, mentoring, and discipling. The company isn't. And so they give us these nice leadership overrides with that. Then they have these bonus pools, and these bonus pools are great. If you've ever seen in corporate America where people get like profit sharing and things like that, a lot of times you have to be like really high up. You have to be like a C-suite executive to get things like that. So I never was involved in anything like that, but we do that here at 3. So the global bonus pool is once you hit a certain level of leadership, they give you 3% of everything that happens globally on a weekly basis. They take that and divide that up between everyone that's on the leadership team. So you're not going to do any additional work. You're going to just still be working your business, but you're getting an override from the company in these global pools. So that's really cool. You also have the ability to participate in the global founders pool. Right now, we actually have a founders option where you'll be able to start with a certain package, and it allows you to get 2% of everything that happens globally with the company. So again, everyone that's a founder that participates in that pool, they'll divide up 2% and give that to you. Just to kind of give you an idea, in my last company, I was able to participate in that. And on average, it was $500 a month that I was getting. So it was an extra $6,000 a year that I wasn't doing any additional work for. So no, I can't make any like financial promises on what the founders pools are going to look like. But I know mine is not like it wasn't the high level. Like there were lots of other people making between 50 and 100,000 a year with those. It could also be smaller. So, but the nice thing with this is you're going to get it year over year over year. So it's not just the first year that you're going to get founders. The length of the company, you'll continue to get this nice little kickback. So lots of cool ways to make money. We also work within a binary structure. So there's one on the left and one on the right. If you are familiar with network marketing, there's different structures that you can be in, and everyone that has been in the industry for a long time, they always are looking for binary structures. They grow the fastest, and you actually can support people the most. So in some structures, when I bring people in, it doesn't support anyone else in the team, but because of the way our structure is here, every single time I bring someone in, it supports people on my team. So for example, this is you right here, you're building your business, and you bring in your friend on the left and your friend on the right. Okay. Then you start to have the spillover. This spillover is because someone above you signed someone up on their left and their right, and you share a leg with them. So you're going to see all these extra things come about that you didn't necessarily do work for, but watch your organization grow. In fact, I had somebody on my team who has never built their business, but they were buying the product. And the other day I said, you do realize that you have a whole organization underneath you. And they said, well, how? I haven't really like started sharing. And I said, well, because I've been building, and then those people have been building. So you actually have 93 people under you right now. And they were like, oh, well, I guess I need to start building my business. So that's the kind of thing that can happen here with this binary. It's really cool. So you actually will be building a business. When you partner with John, you'll be building a business with John, which is really cool. As John's bringing people in, and if you know anything about John, he has a lot of leverage and a lot of contacts. He's got a big email list. He has a lot of people that follow him. He has an amazing message. And so as more people are joining, you're going to be able to be a part of this. He's just getting started. So this gives you a chance to be at the top of his tree so that he can call you up one day and say, hey, this is what's going on, which is very, very cool. So we'll show you more about this as you join the business, or if you have questions even before, we can share more, but I don't want to spend too much time there. These are just some paychecks from some of the different people that we're partnered with. This is Lisa Brannon. She's a nurse practitioner and started sharing with 3, and these are some of her weekly paychecks. So she does this on the side just as another stream of income. Mike Hollis was the NFL kicker for the Jacksonville Jaguars. So if you are an NFL person, you'll love this. He has a kicking academy where he helps kickers get ready for the NFL and other like, football opportunities. But he also is partnered with 3 and has built a great business. He actually comes up to the Washington area. So if you're in the Pacific Northwest area, you'll probably get to see him. He's fantastic. So again, just being able to have multiple streams of income. They say the average millionaire has 7 different streams of income. So if you're not there yet, that's okay. But this would give you a few additional options. This is Dr. Colleen Olitsky. She was a dentist and decided she didn't love being a dentist. And so she actually does 3 now full time. And just amazing, like has been able to really create her own lifestyle. And for her, that was the issue, is she got tired of being stuck inside of not a hospital, inside of an office every day, and she lives in Florida, wanted to be by the beach, wanted to be able to really take care of her kids and things like that. So this has been really powerful. And then Hillary was a stay-at-home mom and initially just wanted to get healthy and started being able to share with some of her friends. This isn't even like some of her bigger checks, but anyway, just being able to support people. Her husband has a brick and mortar business and used to work 60 and 70 hours a week. And she's been able to help him work less hours, and their family has a much better work-life balance. She actually became a Christian through 3. So this has been really cool to watch her transformation, not only for her family. She's now ministering to her mother-in-law and father-in-law. So just such a cool testimony of like, a whole life change. Not just about income, but about a real lifestyle. We also offer trips, and I don't know if that grabs your interest or not, but I personally love working for trips. My husband could have us travel all the time, but he doesn't like to travel. So one of the ways that I get us to travel is by earning the free trips and then telling he has to go. So right now they actually are giving you an option. You can earn a trip to Cabo. This trip goes through February 2nd. So if you're looking at this right now, you have plenty of time to earn this. We actually had a lady who just joined a couple weeks ago, and in 12 days, she earned the trip. So it's something that's very doable. It's really exciting. But if you wanted to go somewhere more exotic than Cabo, then you can go to Vietnam. That's actually where I want to go. So I will be earning the trip for Vietnam to me and my husband. And let me just tell you, I've already had to convince my husband we're going, because he's like, I'm not going to go to Vietnam. Again, he doesn't like to travel. He doesn't want to do anything exotic. And so I said, well, I'm earning the trip. So if you don't go, I guess I'm taking my dad. And then he was like, okay, well, maybe I'll go. So it's just been really fun to have some different things. So there's lots of different ways you can get started. If you're looking at partnering with us for your health benefits, we're so excited to welcome you. If you're looking to partner with John for the business side, we're excited to welcome you as well. So they have different package options that you can start with. They have everything from someone who wants to really build a serious business to, if money is really tight, you've got some of these other options as well. So the Founders Pack is a really great way to get started. I have a slide even after this that's going to cover it more. But if you're looking to build a business, have some products on hand, even if you're someone who thinks, okay, we're going to get on the products, me, my husband, maybe have a few people that you want to get on with you as well. Or if you're a man, you and your wife, obviously. But the Founders Pack is a great way. All of these packages are going to save you money. So you're going to get the very, very best value on products with the Founders Pack. You get all the different products to use for yourself. You can also sell them outright. People do tend to go to your website to order, but if you had someone close by, you can sell them, directly to someone as well. We also sometimes will like to sample our products. So you'll have products that you can sample. You get a $100 token with this that you can use for next purchases for whatever you might need. We also do pay you as a 3-star. I know that doesn't make sense yet, but basically you get paid at a higher level for your first 3 months in. You also get to participate in that founders pool, that 2% that I was sharing with you. So I'll cover that a little bit on the next slide. The Business Builder Pack is also a really great way to get started. Again, you're going to get a savings. You get the products at a discount. They do also pay you as a 3-star for your first 3 months in. So you get, better pricing with that and you get paid even better. The premium pack's really popular. It's one of everything. So if you said, I want to try everything, let's just see how it goes. This is a really great way to get started, get your feet wet. And you do get a savings here as well. And then the intro pack, it gives you the vitamin, the eternal package that we talked about, and immune. So this is a lot of times more for like what people do for health wise. They may be looking at those lower packs, but any of those will help you get started and get some products in your hand so that you can get your own testimony. Very rarely do I have somebody say, I could sell ice to an Eskimo. And even those people, I'm like, that's great. But I think for most of us, we're wanting to have a health transformation. And once you have your own story, it's very easy to share. So that's how most people get started, is they're trying the products for themselves. And once they have their own story and testimony, then they're sharing it out in the world. So with our founders pack, again, very best pricing. It actually is your business in a box for a year. So if you've ever looked at owning your own business, most of the time it's tens of thousands of dollars. Even if you want to own like a lawn care business, you've got to have all these different things to make it happen. Or if you're looking at owning like a franchise, it's normally a couple $100,000. So you have your own business for a year for $2,800. You actually get to now participate in that 2% global revenue share, have everything you need. So that is definitely a great option. So those are our different packages. Just to kind of talk really quickly, I think the other thing that 3 does really well, other than absorption, is putting a lot of ingredients together. Because most of the time when I talk with people, they say, yeah, I've got my supplement box, and they all have a box of stuff because you went out and bought individual vitamin C and D and all these different things. So you're able to save a lot of money with our product line. And I think that also the simplicity is great. But on average, if you bought all the ingredients in Vitality, you're probably looking at spending over $350, and people are able to get it for $70. So not only that, but they're not having to swallow all of those pills, take all of those different things, which is time consuming. You also have to find a place to put them in your kitchen or wherever you're storing them. So all of our product line is like that, which I think is super helpful. You're basically taking things that are complex and making them simple for people. And so many people just like, they have this like breath of fresh air when they see this line, because they see that they're able to take care of everything simplicity. We also have amazing global field leadership. I showed you some of them, but you'll have access to all of them. We're a company where you literally, when you join, will have access to everybody from the get-go all the way up. You'll have access to our 7-figure earners. You'll literally be in a text message with them. So anybody you want to talk with, anybody you want to work with, if you find a personality style of a certain leader that you really love, you'll be able to work with them directly. But you have a ton of support here, which is awesome. We also have a turnkey system for when you start the business. We've had thousands and thousands of people join us. So we know exactly what is going to duplicate. We know how to help you have success very, very quickly. So you're not having to guess. I think that's the worst thing as an entrepreneur. Sometimes there's a lot of guesswork involved, and you have to just sort of like throw stuff against a wall and see what it sticks. Ask John about that. I know he knows that with, starting his email list, his blog, like all the things you have to sort of figure it out. So here you have people that are going to mentor you in a system that we're going to walk you through step by step on everything. But most importantly, we're really glad you got a chance to check out 3 and be able to see all of this. So we're glad you're going to get to partner with John. John will be able to drop his link for you so that you can go ahead and access that. You can go directly to his link and sign up as a customer. Customers will buy the products for retail. If you want the best pricing, the wholesale pricing, then you can pay the $30 as a brand ambassador. That will help you get started. It will hold your position, and then you can pick your pack. However, I'll say if you have any particular questions, want more information, just reach out to John and we'll set up a phone call where we can kind of answer any questions for you, help see if this makes sense for you, if this is a good fit for you and your family. So John, if you want to share your link and also anything else you would like to say here, I'd love to give you the floor.
Okay. One thing I want to mention is just all this. I mean, this is sort of a new company with a great product. It coincides with a movement in the area of health that I think is really important right now. So like Robert F. Kennedy Jr. brought to the current presidential campaign the whole concept of Make America Healthy Again. And I just think we're in the beginning of an awareness of how important health is, and sort of how corrupt the pharmaceutical and medical industry is too. So this is you know, the timing is great. So you'll see this video. It'll be in a blog. That blog contains the link to 3. And so here's what I found. And I found this through Carol. The easy way to I'm not sure I'm going to click on the right link here, but I'm going to try. So is that showing the website?
Yes, it is.
So can you see the
The
slide?
partner with us, you got it.
So this is the you know, the link that is already in the blog. You don't need to write it down or anything. But what I want to point out is you can purchase products by clicking on this box and partner with us by clicking on this box. It's $30. You get you know, an Office app in your phone to manage everything as well as on your computer. I'm not saying it's not there, but it's all set up, and it you know, it's like we're here sort of, you know, the implication is we're sort of begging you to you know, get involved. So, you know, and there's this dynamic of, well, do you call us or we call you? If you partner with us for $30, we have your contact information and we'll reach out and help you. So to me, that's I mean, you get a break on the cost of the products, and you get the opportunity, if you want to partner with the company. So that is my simple suggestion for how to get started. Spend the $30. So thanks, Amy. I don't really have anything else. Thanks, Carol, for being on the call. I miss anything?
I think that's perfect. Yeah. So yeah, call to action. You know, you can go on his website, go ahead and partner or purchase products. We're grateful for whatever you would want to do. If you have any additional questions, obviously you know how to reach out to John, and we'll make sure you get those questions answered so that you can make the best decision for you and your family. But regardless of whatever you do, or even if this isn't for you, thank you so much for your time. Thank you for watching this and finding out more about 3. And we hope that we can partner with you towards making America healthy again, regardless, you know, where you are on 3. I think all of us are really looking for ways to make a difference in our health, especially in America, where things are a little interesting right now. So yeah, thank you so much, John. This was amazing.
All right. Thanks, Amy.